All right, y'all. My bad. Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call, but I'm back to talk about this Sharia law. I'm about to let y'all know right now that these people have lost the better part of their minds, and it's all about power and control and money, forcing people into their religion for money. They want financing. And y'all saw that one preacher, the Winans preacher, that shamed that black woman for not donating enough or tithing enough. So it's really not even about God, it's about money. It's a money grab. My collective is protected from that. I'm about to tell you straight up and down. I don't care how much they try to convince y'all that they can force us into that. They cannot. They cannot. So, pretty much, I'm going to do a little bit more research as far as like what happened over in New York because I don't really have like all of the details about it. But it's just kind of crazy. These people have lost the better part of their minds. And none of it, I'm going to tell y'all something, none of that, mm-mm, I would never ever want the United States to be turned into a Muslim country. At the end of the day, they need to take that mess back over to their Muslim country. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to do a reading on this. I'm going to do a reading on this. New York holds one of the biggest monikers of freedom, which is the Statue of Liberty, which is really based upon a goddess called Libertata, Libertia, or something like that. It ain't gonna work out for them. It's not. It's not gonna work out for any of them. I'm just telling y'all straight up and down. Those spirits in New York is not gonna let them do that. There's no, the problem is not that we need more religion. That's not the problem. The problem is that we need more honesty. The problem is that we need more love. The problem is misogyny and the patriarchy. That is the problem. That has always been the direct problem, straight up and down. When you hear misogynists speak, the patriarchal people speak, it don't even sound right. It doesn't feel right. And that is because it's all about having this rigid belief that nobody wants. It affects both. It doesn't just affect women, it affects men, it affects children. Nobody wants that. It represents imbalances. It represents death and destruction. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to this Sharia law type of thing, like I was saying, my collective of people are going to be protected from that because that stuff invokes spirits. It's a spirit that is connected to Sharia law. It's a spirit. That's why I want to do a reading on it. So people are not afraid of it. It's just that people don't want it. Stop trying to force people into things that they do not want. Having more religion is not going to help the world. More religion is not going to help our world. More religion is not going to help the people. It's not. That's not the answer. That's not the answer. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? And I have to be careful with what I say to not appear to be insensitive. But that is just the reality. You cannot force your religion upon people. In fact, our people that are in political positions, they shouldn't even bring their religious beliefs into the situation, because you have to deal with the diverse. You have to deal with the diversity of people that believe in something different religiously. And we know that politics is somehow tied into religion, but that's got to change. You know what I'm saying? That's got to change. So, I say no, and I am saying hell to the now, no about Sharia law. And it doesn't matter how bad these Muslim men want power. They not gonna come to me with that crap, because I have seen people. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all have never seen this, it's a movie called Baby Blues, and it's kind of like a horror flick. I'm not speaking negatively about religion at all, but in that particular movie, before all of that stuff went down, the mother was reading a passage of the Bible that led to her doing all that stuff. It was kind of like an Andrea Yates moment. And I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, because I think that religion affects people differently. But when you look at the Bible, and then when you look at the Quran, there are spirits connected to that religion. There are spirits connected. So you cannot force your spirits on other people. And that's the way it has been. And no, we are not going to get rid of the Constitution. No, we are not. Otherwise, it's a lot of people that's gonna get the hell out of America, and America ain't gonna have nobody here left, and it ain't gonna be the same without the people. They are forgetting the structure of America, what made America what it is to begin with. First of all, Black people basically built this country basically on our backs. Okay. That's a fact. Okay. We did all of the hard work and hard labor, right? Our blood is literally in the soil all over America, Blacks and the Native Americans. Okay, so it is what it is, and we was here before them. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? That's not no secret, and we not even going there. You know what I'm saying? I love all my white peoples, I love all my Black peoples, I love everybody. That was a long time ago, but it's just the point that nobody wants to live within that environment. Nobody, and we don't have to, and we don't have to. And so I noticed that like a couple of months ago, the Muslims were over in Texas starting crap. Nobody wants to conform to your religion. I dealt with a Muslim man that I literally essentially had no problem with walking away from him, and he had no problem with walking away from me, because we both knew that I would never conform to his religion. Okay. And literally, he lost a lot of his loved ones just because he converted to being Muslim. And I would notice he would literally change after reading the Quran. And what's crazy about Muslims is that they are so weird when it comes to the divine feminine's menstrual cycle. It's like, do you not realize the stem cells that's literally like miracle life-giving blood? And for me, when it comes to religion, my whole problem with it is how they discount the physical body, the physical reality altogether, which is something that I am not about. So that's why a lot of people would probably say that I'm a Satanist or a Luciferian. You know what I'm saying? And I personally think that it's because of them as to why, cancer research is so behind. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're making advances. I mean, I'm not even going to get into that because, like I said, that's a sensitive topic. But, no, thank you. No, thank you. And I don't like how all religions kind of is like, okay, well, your existence on the earth is going to be hard. It's going to be hell. It's going to be, you're going to be fucked up, but then you get to go to heaven. That shit don't even make no damn sense. You're going to heaven any fucking way because all of us originated from the fucking cosmos. Some of us are more so connected to the earth, right? But all of us came from the cosmos, baby. All of us at some point was a fucking twinkling star in the freaking cosmos. So what are they even talking about? You know what I'm saying? So and that's just what that is. So anyway, I just think that it's crazy. And I just really think that people, our world would be better. Number one, if people were more aware of possession, of when they are possessed, they would do less stupid stuff. And then number two, if people knew how to control their own mouth and control their own mind. When you allow anything to control your mind, then that's when you have a collective consciousness of people that makes things very dangerous and they can create misery. You see what I'm saying? So when you send a collective of people through things like that, that's what you're getting. And see, as far as like my ancestors, the way they did it, the way the Native Americans did it, to me, is the creme de la creme. It's the creme de la creme of where it is. Okay, the way the shamans did it, the understanding of our world and healing and all of that through the eyes of the shaman, right, is at the top, in my humble opinion. They want to reject that, and why? Out of fear. So it is what it is, and we all know that many, many, many Native Americans were killed. They had their land taken from them because what they were talking about was right. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, that's pretty much it. I had to break up this live or whatever. I'll see y'all later. All right. Happy Thursday to y'all. Quit listening to all them stupid, possessed, patriarchal men. They're going to lead you into the darkness. They're going to lead you to sickness, death, and destruction. Like I told y'all, I warned y'all that this was coming. Also, another thing with the SNAP benefits, I warned y'all that this was coming years ago. I'm going to find that video and let y'all know. I said, y'all keep listening to these fucking patriarchal, crazy ass men. I said, and they are going to try to hurt you. They are going to try to hurt you. And you see what they doing. You see what they doing, but they not going to be successful. They not. They not going to be successful, but it's crazy. Quit listening to these stupid patriarchal men. Okay. They have put their schwanker wankers before the good of the world, which is sad because don't nobody want to have sex with them anyway. Nobody wants to have sex with you in that energy. That's why there's a lot of women running around here, gay and lesbian. And the men that women do want to lay down with, they want to shame them and attack them because don't nobody want no man like that. Nobody wants a man like that. Nobody. We don't want you. Okay. And you can't force nobody to want you through religion. You know what I'm saying? Through trying to use these tactics when everybody already got their own life. So that's why we can't have no political leaders running around here in their feelings. That's what they do. They go by how they feel. They go by what the emotions that they are experiences, which makes them unqualified to be in the position that they are in the first place. Okay. All right, y'all. Anyway, all right. Bye.